Good day to everyone. Imagine journeying through the stars at speeds surpassing that of light, reaching the most distant frontiers of the universe. What might await beyond that ultimate boundary? Could it be an invisible wall where matter and energy mercilessly halt expansion, or perhaps something of colossal scale that transcends our boldest imaginings? The question of what exists beyond the universe has tormented human civilization for millennia. And even today, it remains one of the most captivating and elusive ultimate mysteries in the scientific community. According to models derived from the Big Bang Theory, the oldest light we can observe, the photons that constitute the afterglow of the universe's birth, has receded to approximately 46,500 million light-years due to the rapid expansion of space-time. This implies that the diameter of the observable universe measures about 93,000 million light-years. Within this immense spherical domain reside all the galaxies, nebulae, black holes, and every form of matter and energy known to us. In astronomy, this region is known as the Hubble volume. Yet a chilling question arises: what lies beyond that boundary, in the more distant realms outside the Hubble volume? The simplest hypothesis posits that beyond the Hubble volume, a similar cosmic landscape unfolds. There, too, more stars shine, galaxies rotate, and the fabric of space extends infinitely beyond our view, existing as ordinarily as in our local region. However, as research in quantum mechanics and cosmology deepens, bolder theories emerge, evoking a dizzying sense of grandeur. These are the theories of the multiverse. According to this framework, the Big Bang did not give birth solely to our universe but to countless parallel universes as well. Each of these universes possesses its own unique physical laws. In one, gravity might be so weak as to prevent the formation of stars; in another, the speed of light could be astonishingly high. From a macroscopic perspective, these universes form an unimaginably vast totality, which we term the multiverse. To draw an analogy with the surface of boiling water, innumerable bubbles appear instantaneously, coexisting in a higher dimensional space, attracting and constraining one another, yet each remains entirely independent within its own space-time dimension. The universe we inhabit is merely an insignificant bubble in that boiling sea. Recent advancements in theoretical physics, such as those in string theory and quantum gravity research as of 2026, demonstrate that measurements of the cosmological constant in the multiverse can account for anomalous phenomena, adding depth to the vision of universes branching into infinite parallel realities. For instance, in 2026, researchers developed a 5-dimensional de Sitter solution in string theory that describes a universe with dark energy compatible with accelerated expansion, suggesting that dark energy may weaken over time, aligning with preliminary cosmic observations. We extend profound gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of theoretical physicists such as Juan Maldacena and Leonard Susskind, acknowledging their quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. Through their comprehension of holographic principles, they enrich the implications of the multiverse and fortify the legacy of human knowledge. In theory, if one could pierce the limits of the Hubble volume, neighboring universes might appear strikingly similar to ours, yet with subtle differences. However, reality is harsh. Humanity's vision is strictly confined by the upper limit of the speed of light and the accelerating expansion of the universe. Light from those distant universes cannot traverse the expanding space and will never reach our retinas. Thus, we cannot directly observe or prove the existence of other universes. The distance between us and those potentially existent worlds increases with time, seemingly consigning us to eternal isolation. Nevertheless, scientists do not abandon the search for clues in the darkness. In 2008, astronomers analyzed the motion trajectories of over 700 galaxy clusters and uncovered an anomaly that chills the spine. These colossal structures, which ought to move randomly amid the universe's expansion, astonishingly flow in the same direction at approximately 2,000 kilometers per second. This phenomenon is termed the dark flow. Within the known framework of cosmic physics, no gravitational structure is potent enough to induce such regular motion. Hence, an extremely controversial yet profound hypothesis has been proposed: the source of that mysterious pull does not reside in our universe but in another invisible universe beyond the Hubble volume. This represents a bizarre gravity transcending cosmic boundaries, gently drawing us into the darkness. Although this hypothesis remains unconfirmed, the existence of the dark flow conveys a significant message: our universe may not be an isolated island. Subtle signals from the void, like a gentle nudge, illuminate fresh hope for humanity's exploration of the unknown. These speculations linger as vague and distant notions about the worlds external to the universe, frail like a candle flickering in the infinite night. Weak they may be, and perhaps insufficient to illuminate all truths, yet it is precisely such small lights that guide humanity farther and deeper through the forest of thought, step by step towards the ultimate answer regarding our position within the fabric of existence. In 2026, the latest research on hot dark matter questions aspects of the dark flow, proposing it may be a remnant of primordial interactions between relativistic particles in the early universe, adding layers of complexity to this invisible pull. Furthermore, evidence from 2026 suggests dark matter particles could have moved near the speed of light shortly after the Big Bang, cooling later, challenging the cold dark matter assumption and implying interactions with neutrinos that defy the standard cosmological model. We express heartfelt gratitude and deep respect to the contributions of astronomers such as Laura Mersenny-Houghton and Sasha Kashlinsky, recognizing their quiet sacrifices and tireless dedication. Through advancing the understanding of the dark flow, they elevate the origins of the multiverse and exalt human knowledge. When one beholds the Milky Way cascading like spilled milk across a clear night sky, appearing as luminous wounds piercing the deep black dome, human emotions often divide into two opposing extremes. Some feel utterly dominated by that majestic immensity, sensing their souls purified and elevated within the universe's colossal scale. Others, including myself, plunge into a sharp existential crisis. Our self-awareness shatters upon recognizing humanity's insignificance, and that psychological collision propels us into a kind of ecstasy for even the subsequent 30 minutes. Yet regardless of the response, all experience a profound resonance. The physicist Enrico Fermi felt that resonance too. But rather than settling for transient emotional release, he pierced the night serenity with a question: if the universe is so vast, where are they? We extend deep gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of Enrico Fermi, acknowledging his quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. His genius illuminated the foundations of nuclear physics, inspiring cosmic inquiry across generations and enriching the treasury of human knowledge. That star-strewn night sky appears infinite, yet in truth, the spectacle that captivates us is merely a corner courtyard of our Milky Way system. Under extremely favorable observational conditions at night, the human eye can distinguish approximately 2,500 stars. This number may seem substantial, yet it constitutes less than 1/10,000th of the total stars in our Milky Way system, with most located within 1,000 light-years of Earth. That distance represents 1% of the Milky Way system's diameter. In other words, what we see is merely the fading glow before our home's door, while the sea of countless fires in distant places remains concealed beyond our sight. Astronomers' latest estimates in 2026, based on the James Webb Space Telescope and other advanced observational instruments, indicate that our Milky Way system encompasses at least 100,000 million to 400,000 million stars. This immense figure further underscores the limits of our vision. Moreover, a 2026 announcement from the California Institute of Technology, grounded in multi-wavelength simulations and astrophysical studies, reveals that the maturation rate of young galaxies exceeds previous predictions, revising the star formation history of the Milky Way system and deepening the mysteries of cosmic evolution. We express heartfelt gratitude and deep respect to the contributions of the engineers and scientists of the James Webb Space Telescope, recognizing their quiet sacrifices and tireless dedication. Their pioneering work revolutionizes visions of the early universe, exalting its structure and elevating human knowledge. When confronted with that sea of stars and galaxies, humanity has pondered for centuries whether intelligent civilizations exist beyond the horizon. Setting emotions aside, let the cold numbers speak. Our Milky Way system harbors 100,000 million to 400,000 million stars, and according to updated cosmic data in 2026, the observable universe contains approximately 2,000 million galaxies. This means that for each star in our Milky Way system, there exists one galaxy in another corner of the universe. In total, we face a scale of 10 to the power of 22 to 10 to the power of 24 stars. To express it concretely, every grain of sand on all Earth's beaches corresponds to 10,000 stars in the universe. The Dark Energy Survey project at the University of Chicago, with its large galaxy cluster map developed in 2025, demonstrates that the universe's structure is more complex than prior models, reinforcing estimates of galaxy numbers and further deepening the mysteries of dark matter and dark energy. In the scientific community, while no complete consensus exists on the proportion of stars similar to the Sun in size, temperature, and brightness, even the most conservative estimate of 5% yields 5,000 quintillion Sun-like stars in the universe. Among these stars, debate persists regarding how many possess Earth-like planets within habitable zones. Citing prudently 22% from a National Academy of Sciences report, combined with data confirmed in 2026, at least 1% appear to host planets potentially capable of supporting life. The outcome of that calculation is breathtaking. The universe may contain 1,000 quintillion Earth-like planets. The next time you stroll along a beach, remember that each grain of sand beneath your feet represents 100 potentially life-bearing planets. These numbers are not mere speculation but are grounded in precise revisions from the James Webb Space Telescope. By 2026, this telescope has confirmed over 6,000 exoplanets, including captivating worlds like those in the TRAPPIST-1 system, where 7 Earth-sized planets reside within the habitable zone. Furthermore, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration initiated the Pandora mission on the 11th of January 2026, conducting in-depth surveys of at least 20 exoplanets, analyzing their atmospheres for biological signatures and exploring the boundaries between biological and non-biological chemistry. This propels the search for extraterrestrial life to unprecedented depths. We extend deep gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of the scientists of the Dark Energy Survey project and the Pandora mission, acknowledging their quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. They expand the cosmic map, deepening the exploration of habitable worlds and enriching the legacy of human knowledge. From here, we venture into pure speculation. Assume these Earth-like planets have undergone billions of years of evolution, with life emerging on 1% of them, and intelligent civilizations at the human level evolving on 1% of that 1%. The calculation culminates in the conclusion that the observable universe ought to host 1,000 million intelligent civilizations. Narrowing the focus to our Milky Way system, even with the most conservative estimate of star numbers, yields 1,000 million Earth-like planets and 100,000 coexisting intelligent civilizations. The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI project, has listened to the universe's sounds for decades. If our Milky Way system harbors 100,000 potential civilizations, some ought to emit radio waves, lasers, or other signals which SETI antennas should capture as a cosmic symphony. Yet the result is a fatal silence. Absolute silence. No signals, no whispers. Where are they? According to the latest updates in 2026, deep data analysis from the Breakthrough Listen project confirms this persistent absence. Surveys of thousands of galaxies and interstellar visitors like Oumuamua and Borisov have detected no unnatural emissions. That silence evokes profound cosmic isolation while simultaneously stimulating a thirst to unveil the secrets behind it. We express heartfelt gratitude and deep respect to the contributions of SETI project pioneers such as Jill Tarter and Seth Shostak, recognizing their quiet sacrifices and tireless dedication. They lend an ear to the universe, exalting human knowledge. The unease does not end there. Our Sun is a relatively young star. The universe encompasses many stars far older than the Sun, whose Earth-like planets could have appeared billions of years ahead of Earth. Imagine a planet X that has existed for 8,000 million years, while Earth spans 4,500 million years. If history parallels ours, civilization there would have advanced 3,500 million years further. A civilization advanced by merely 1,000 years would astonish us as medieval humans beholding a smartphone. One advanced by 1 million years would transcend our comprehension as chimpanzees failed to grasp human culture. What, then, can be said of a civilization advanced by 3,500 million years? According to additional astrobiological research in 2026, such advanced civilizations might regulate planetary temperatures but inevitably produce heat waste emissions within 1,000 years, complicating our detection. Moreover, observations of gamma-ray bursts in 2025, such as a 7-hour record explosion, warn of extreme cosmic events that sterilize young galaxies, raising questions about whether early civilizations perished in such catastrophes. A bizarre 7-hour gamma-ray burst in 2025, dubbed GRB 250702b, defies models, potentially from a black hole devouring a star from within, with implications for astrobiology as these bursts could deplete ozone layers, allowing harmful ultraviolet radiation to reach planetary surfaces and threaten life. We extend deep gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of astrophysicists such as Brian Metzger and Edo Berger, acknowledging their quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. They deepen the understanding of gamma-ray bursts, enriching the implications for cosmic life and fortifying the treasury of human knowledge. The Kardashev scale divides civilizations into 3 levels based on energy consumption. A Type 1 civilization harnesses all energy from its parent planet. Humanity currently stands at approximately 0.7. A Type 2 civilization utilizes all energy from its host star, perhaps through megastructures like a Dyson sphere encircling the star. A Type 3, stimulating the imagination, dominates the energy of an entire galaxy. If Planet X exists and has attained that stage, it would command interstellar travel technology and colonize the entire galaxy. Even below the speed of light, with self-replicating machines extracting resources and expanding to other planets, conquest of the galaxy could occur in 3.5 million years, a blink in cosmic scales. New debates in 2026 focus on superintelligent artificial intelligence as a potential great filter, proposing that advanced civilizations may perish due to uncontrolled AI, transforming the universe's silence into a quiet warning. We express heartfelt gratitude and deep respect to the contributions of Nikolai Kardashev, recognizing his quiet sacrifices and tireless dedication. His pioneering work defines levels of cosmic civilizations, inspiring the search for extraterrestrial intelligence and exalting human knowledge. Even if 1% of intelligent civilizations survive long enough to transition to Type 3, our Milky Way system ought to host at least 1,000 supercivilizations. Their astonishing power should stand out like skyscrapers on a plain. Yet nothing is visible. No one visits us, no one speaks to us. Welcome to the Fermi paradox. Some new theories, discussed in 2026, such as the bright forest theory contrasting the dark forest theory, propose that civilizations are cooperative and visible but prefer concealment for harmonious reasons, rekindling curiosity about hidden cosmic communities. No certain answers exist, only explanations that appear reasonable. Our situation resembles that of ancestors debating Earth's shape or attributing storms to Zeus's wrath. We grope forward in the darkness of primitive ignorance. The hypotheses for that cold silence essentially divide into 2 camps. One asserts that the absence of signals means they do not exist, the other, that they exist but we cannot perceive them. The first camp confronts the non-specialness problem. Even if civilizations have 1,000 reasons to conceal themselves, a single exception would lead to discovery. If none are seen, none exist. Mathematics predicts tens of thousands of civilizations, reality shows 0. This births the Great Filter concept. The Great Filter theory assumes an insurmountable wall on the long path from inanimate matter to Type 3 civilizations, one that life struggles to surmount. Depending on that filter's position on the timeline, humanity faces 3 possibilities: we are rare, we are first, or we are doomed. In the first case, we are rare, and the Great Filter lies behind us. We miraculously survived ruthless selection, while most seeds of life failed. This may sound arrogant, but observational selection effects compel consideration. If so, which stage was most difficult? Perhaps the initial emergence of life. On Earth, life took billions of years to arise, and laboratories still cannot create life from inorganic matter. Latest experiments in 2026 support the RNA world hypothesis, showing ribonucleic acid may have played a role in forming primitive life forms before deoxyribonucleic acid, yet the process remains exceedingly rare, deepening the mystery of life's origins. We extend deep gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of Walter Gilbert and researchers of the RNA world, acknowledging their quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. They illuminate mechanisms of primordial life, enriching the legacy of human knowledge. If that is the filter, the universe is truly empty, with nothing beyond us. Alternatively, the filter may reside in the transition from simple prokaryotic cells to complex eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotes dominated Earth for 2,000 million years until a miraculous endosymbiotic event occurred. If that barrier, the universe may teem with single-celled bacteria, devoid of multicellular organisms. Perhaps the leap to human intelligence is the filter. Evolution does not view intelligence as a final goal, it is random adaptation. Intelligence arose only once on Earth, demonstrating its extreme rarity. Latest astrobiological research in 2026 employs machine learning models to explore boundaries between biological and non-biological chemistry, reinforcing this perspective and enabling imaginings of a universe filled with primitive life that fails to attain intelligence. Yet to be a true great filter, the probability must be 1 in a billion. The transition from single-cell to multicellular occurred independently at least 46 times on Earth, rendering it insufficient as a filter. If eukaryotic fossils are discovered on Mars, the rarity hypothesis collapses, proving that stage is not impossible. In the second case, we are first. Perhaps the universe was inhospitable to intelligent life until recently. Frequent gamma-ray bursts in the past mercilessly sterilized emerging civilizations. We exist in a transitional phase where the cosmic environment has become safer, solitary pioneers in the galaxy's discovery. Data from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration's Habitable Worlds Observatory project in 2026 supports this, mapping habitable worlds and revealing many young exoplanets exposed to dramatic cosmic bombardments, emphasizing the universe's harshness and arousing curiosity about evolving cosmic landscapes. We express heartfelt gratitude and deep respect to the contributions of the engineers and scientists of the Habitable Worlds Observatory, recognizing their quiet sacrifices and tireless dedication. They lay the groundwork for searching for life on distant worlds, exalting human knowledge. The third scenario, the darkest, places the great filter ahead of us. Life widely advances to our level but then collides with an inevitable wall of destruction. Every advanced civilization perishes through nuclear war, uncontrolled artificial intelligence, repeatedly referenced in 2026 debates, or ecological collapse. Or natural cosmic catastrophes extinguish civilization's flame. If true, the universe's silence is not peace but the deathly quiet of a vast graveyard, and we race full speed towards our tomb. Debates on superintelligent artificial intelligence as a filter add a modern shadow to this ancient mystery, warning that we tread thin ice on the path of technological advancement. We extend deep gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of Robin Hanson, acknowledging his quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. His great filter concept revolutionizes approaches to the Fermi paradox, enriching the treasury of human knowledge. Now let us consider the second category of explanations. Type 2 and Type 3 civilizations exist, but we cannot hear them. Here, imagination meets ancient terrors. Perhaps the universe teems with hunters. The dark forest theory proposes that intelligent civilizations maintain silence, fearing discovery and annihilation by more powerful beings. In that scenario, broadcasting signals into the universe is akin to a child shouting loudly in a forest full of wolves. The cosmic silence is a well-considered survival strategy. Alternatively, superhunter civilizations dominate the galaxy system. They permit the growth of primitive civilizations but ruthlessly eliminate them upon reaching threatening technological levels. We have not yet perished, hence we remain as insignificant as our value. A more philosophical and less threatening possibility is that advanced civilizations view us as a nature reserve, a cosmic zoo, with strict non-intervention principles, observing from afar as we do with isolated Amazon tribes. A crueler scenario posits that we are the experimental product of higher dimensional beings, a computer simulation where our solitude is a defined parameter. Perhaps our search methods are fundamentally flawed. We listen for radio waves, but evolved civilizations employ unimaginable communication methods, abandoning the physical world for eternal virtual realities where all desires are fulfilled, rendering cosmic exploration meaningless. The Pandora mission, initiated in 2026, surveys exoplanet atmospheres, revealing unexpected biological features that could alter search methods and heighten tension in discovering hidden life forms. When viewing the night sky through the lens of the Fermi paradox, it ceases to be a romantic respite. It becomes a mirror reflecting humanity's existential solitude. We dwell on a small rock orbiting an ordinary star, crying out into the infinite void, awaiting a delayed response. That silence hurls the eerie responsibility of survival into our faces. If we are truly alone, we are the sole bearers of consciousness's flame in that endless cold universe. Life, love, art, science, all we cherish, exists only here, nowhere else. If we perish, the universe reverts to eternal unconsciousness, with no one to praise its beauty or comprehend its laws. Protecting Earth's life is not merely our duty to ourselves but to the entire universe. Conversely, if we are not alone and the universe brims with incomprehensible forces, our position is even more precarious. We are like ants nesting beside an interstellar highway, oblivious to the roaring giant trucks. Humility is not a virtue but a life-or-death attitude. Reviewing the history of human knowledge, we see profound transformations. From primitive ancestors gazing at the sky in sacred awe to modern observations, infused with scientific curiosity and existential anxiety. Ancient perspectives were pure, believing the stars existed for us. Today's views, filtered through Fermi, Drake, Sagan, a bittersweet maturity. We are not the center but wanderers on the periphery, seeking kin, or at least a sign we are not abandoned. We owe deep gratitude to the pioneers. Enrico Fermi, Frank Drake, Carl Sagan, and countless unnamed scientists dared to pose questions that shake the foundations of faith and philosophy. Confronting the abyss of silence, they sought to measure it with mathematics and physics. Thanks to them, we see the stars not as mere points of light but as possibilities, hopes, warnings. Their work is a lighthouse guiding us through the dark sea. We express heartfelt gratitude and deep respect to the contributions of Frank Drake and Carl Sagan, recognizing their quiet sacrifices and tireless dedication. They developed the Drake equation, inspiring SETI searches and exalting human knowledge. Gazing towards the future, our greatest hope is not the immediate discovery of extraterrestrial beings but surviving long enough to become a civilization worthy of discovery. Let us transcend the filters we have created: greed, hatred, short-sightedness. We aspire for humanity to be not a transient spark but a perpetual stream, scattering seeds of consciousness to the stars. Finally, when beholding the night sky once more, do not see only the stars. Feel the silence enveloping them. That silence reminds us of the preciousness of this moment, this breath. In that immeasurable vast universe, here and now we are solitary yet feel, question, and awe. Perhaps the loneliest beings in the universe, that solitude renders us most wondrous. We are the universe's open eyes, beholding itself, seeking meaning in the infinite void. That silence is not empty but a vast blank canvas awaiting the brush of consciousness. If solitude is the cosmic norm, we confront a cruel yet sublime paradox. Matter is abundant, but meaning is rare. Stars forge heavy elements, supernovae scatter gold and carbon across galaxies, but nuclear reactions do not produce mercy, art, the pursuit of truth. Those elements belong not to the periodic table but to the intricate networks of neural cells. We are not beggars seeking attention from other civilizations but guardians of reality's most precious treasure. In a silent universe, we create meaning. Delving deeper into the essence of thermodynamics, life emerges as a stubborn rebellion against the law of increasing entropy. The universe inclines towards chaos, disintegration, gradual cooling. Yet on that small blue orb, matter spontaneously organizes, thinks, loves, suffers. It is a statistical miracle, and low probability bestows sacred weight upon our existence, whether unique or one among billions. Each human breath is a declaration of war against the void, a claim for order and consciousness in the sea of chaos. The search for extraterrestrial life is not merely a hunt for allies but a confirmation that this rebellion is not in vain, that life can triumph over the universe's heat-death. Latest observations of the cosmic microwave background radiation in 2026 provide precise measurements of the universe's expansion, emphasizing its ultimate cooling and heightening the vulnerability and preciousness of life. Data from the Atacama Cosmology Telescope's final release in 2025 offer the clearest images yet of the cosmic microwave background, surpassing Planck in resolution and polarization detail, while South Pole Telescope observations confirm the Hubble tension at high significance. We extend deep gratitude and sincere respect to the contributions of the cosmologists of the Planck Project and the Atacama Cosmology Telescope, acknowledging their quiet sacrifices and tenacious dedication. They map the cosmic microwave background with unprecedented precision, enriching the legacy of human knowledge. As night falls and radio devices receive only the hum of the cosmic microwave background radiation, we acknowledge a sorrowful truth about time. We perceive space as a barrier, but time is the true abyss. Perhaps other civilizations exist, erecting majestic empires and singing hymns to the stars, yet they flourished and withered before we arrived. We and they pass like ships brushing in the darkness, offset by millions of years. Their relics turn to stellar dust, their signals reduced to meaningless noise. That temporal misalignment renders solitude absolute and makes the present moment urgent. We are the blazing torch of this instant. Our responsibility is to keep it aflame and pass it to future generations, other species, or conscious successor artificial intelligences. From the first astronomers charting constellations to modern space telescopes analyzing exoplanet atmospheres, we witness humanity's painful maturation process. Once, in arrogance, we believed creation's purpose was us, that all revolved around Earth. Today, the universe's silence teaches us the deepest humility. The universe owes us no answers or survival. Our continuance depends entirely on our autonomy and wisdom. The scientists and philosophers who devote lives to listening to the heavens are not mere data collectors but priests of a new era. They maintain faith that safeguards human values without losing the cosmos's chill. To us, if the universe is a dark forest, the absence of others does not signify safety. And we cannot relinquish the flame in our hands. The flame of science and reason drives away shadows of fear and superstition. The Drake equation, the Fermi paradox, are not academic exercises but meditative koans of the 21st century, questioning civilization's definition. Is true civilization measured by energy consumption or by sustainability and peaceful coexistence? Perhaps the great filter is not natural catastrophe but each civilization's self-expansion. Perhaps the ultimate test of cosmic intelligence is not interstellar navigation but transcending inner demons and averting self-destruction. From a distant perspective, when imagining humanity's galactic future, conquered planets matter not, the values we carry do. If we spread war, greed, destruction, the universe's silence is a grace in its current state, isolation preserving cosmic purity. But if we bear curiosity, compassion, the beauty of art, our journey becomes a majestic sowing. Transforming dead worlds into blooming gardens, cold voids into paths of cultural exchange. That is the dream not only of scientists but of every soul moved by the night sky's beauty. Ultimately, after all theories are debated and all data analyzed, we return to the most primal experience. A solitary person beneath the stellar dome. That tremor of awe, a blend of terror and reverence, the intersection of finite and infinite. We know not if extraterrestrial beings exist, but we are amid a miraculous journey. We are the universe's awakened matter, awing itself. Each question is the universe's question of itself, each scientific discovery the universe's self-discovery. If solitude truly exists, it is not a curse but a privilege. It allows us to define ourselves freely, uncompelled by other forces. It places all destiny in our hands. Millions of years hence, when humanity or its descendants traverse the galaxy, what will they see in this era of great silence? An uncertain adolescence, a small species adrift on a blue planet at the galactic periphery, eyes uplifted asking, "Is anyone out there?" They will see the courage of a cry into the void, unafraid of any response. They will understand that silence forged our will to survive, compelled us to cherish one another. So let the universe's silence seep into your soul. Not as sorrow, but as a reminder of sacred responsibility. Become the guardian of consciousness's flame. Do not extinguish it through ignorance or hatred. Live, love, explore, with the power of perhaps being the only species. In the eternal silence of space-time, a child's laughter, a loved one's tear, the spark of thought are the most echoing sounds, the brightest signals the universe has produced. No need to seek distant wonders. We are the wonder, adrift in the sea of stars, solitary yet radiant, vulnerable yet resilient, a vivid response to the void silence. Thank you, until next time. Good day to everyone, standing at the edge of that majestic sea of stars. From Fermi's silence to the mercilessness of thermodynamics, we must direct our gaze to deeper dimensions. It is not merely about where or who is there, but the ultimate meaning of existence on a cosmic scale. As a final reflection, let us be led. Stripping away the illusions of anthropocentrism and myths woven with terror, what remains? The naked truth of physics. We are a moment in the evolution of cosmic matter, a rare reversal in the flow. In the curved spacetime of general relativity, in the probability clouds of quantum mechanics, the emergence of human consciousness is not a biological accident but a cosmic event. Imagine, the universe's first billions of years were a blind feast of energy. Hydrogen atoms fused into helium, gravity compressed into stars, photons traversed the void untiringly. That universe was majestic yet blind. Light without eyes to capture it, colors without neurons to decode them, beauty without a heart to feel it. That universe lay in an unobserved superposition state, as quantum physicists assert. Existing yet not existing, for no observer confirmed existence. In a hidden spiral arm of the Milky Way system, on a rocky planet rich in liquid water, complex molecular structures crossed the boundary between lifeless and living. At that moment, the universe opened its eyes. It was not the birth of life but the universe's threshold from for itself to by itself. Our eyes are the universe's eyes, our thoughts its attempts to comprehend its own laws. When peering into the deep universe with Hubble or Webb, it is not humanity's discovery but the universe contemplating itself on a grand scale, through complex biological instruments. That shift in perspective fundamentally alters the understanding of solitude. If we are the sole intelligent life form within thousands of light years, we are not lost but trusted guardians of a heavy mission. The sole creators of meaning in that dead void. Understand deeply, without us or our like, supernova explosions are mere energy bursts, black holes swallowing mere gravitational deformations. Our consciousness bestows majestic, terrifying, beautiful upon them. We are cosmic value creators. That responsibility is weighty. If human civilization self-destructs through folly, greed, short-sightedness, it does not merely kill itself but tears out the universe's eyes and severs its self-aware nerves. That stellar juncture reverts to eternal darkness and blindness. That is a cosmic sin. Thus, when speaking of environmental protection, nuclear disarmament, eradicating poverty and hatred, it is not mere human concern but an absolute imperative of cosmic ethics. We protect not human bodies but the rare flame of consciousness. That flame trembles in the cold wind of entropy increase, the universe's sole hope against heat death. Moreover, our anxiety about extraterrestrial civilizations is essentially a burden-sharing anxiety. We yearn for other eyes watching the universe, other brains pondering its mysteries. But if response tarries, we learn to grow in solitude. That may be the deepest meaning of the Great Filter. Not a physical external barrier but an internal psychological threshold. Civilizations must possess wisdom to contain self-destructive capacity upon reaching it. They must evolve from predatory survival instincts to altruistic cosmic stewardship. Perhaps the universe is silent because only civilizations transcending their dark side survive to reach the stage of broadcasting interstellar signals. Failures are fossils of silence. The future is not a path of conquest but transcendence. Transcending tribal narrowness, the temptation of short-term gains, the limits of biological bodies. Gazing towards the future, someday descendants, carbon or silicon-based, will no longer be prisoners of planetary surfaces but sail on stellar winds to distant worlds. Yet in that process, not flags of conquest or resource counts matter, but sowing seeds of life and consciousness in dead forests. Transforming sterilized rocks into blooming gardens, cold satellites into warm homes. That is humanity's greatest work of art. In that distant future, when descendants look back on this great silence era, what will they see? Not fear and despair but the species awakening moment. They will understand that silence matured us, solitude taught gratitude. In darkness, we did not extinguish the flame though weak, and ultimately lit civilization's lights across the galaxy. Finally, close your eyes once more and imagine that scene. Standing on the moon, Earth rises against an ink-black background. That blue orb, adrift in infinite void, so fragile it seems a single touch would shatter it. There lies all you love, all you know, all history's wars and peaces, tears and laughter. In that moment, all ideological oppositions, all boundaries dissolve. Only pure, overwhelming solidarity remains. That is our true position in the universe. Sailing the same ship on an irreversible journey. If extraterrestrial beings do not come to rescue us, if no divine hand corrects the course, the helm is in our hands. Do not feel small in the universe's vastness, nor empty in time's infinity. In that short, small life, all the universe's depth is contained. Each thought, each emotion, each gaze at the night sky celebrates the universe's own existence. With that majestic recognition, let us proceed. Maintain curiosity, maintain humility, and most importantly, maintain hope. When contemplating upwards, the universe is no longer silent. Our voice is the universe's voice. Thank you, until next time.